Yes, guys, welcome back to the United Post, another episode of the weekly show. And as you can see by the headline, it's going to be an interesting story about United today as well. INEOS plans major early signings for United. So it's not new news now, or it's no longer new news that United have decided to stick with Erik ten Hag. This was a decision that was made earlier last week. So now it's official, and signings. There's a lot of rumors on the way. People are talking about who are we gonna sign, who are we not gonna sign, this and that. But I have most of the news here, not all but most. So welcome. Before we even start, I want to the fixtures are out. All Manchester United 2024-2025 league fixtures are out already. So the first game United have, so basically it's gonna be a very, very busy August for United. I hope everything gets ready on time, to be fair, because from August 9th, I think 8th, the week before the Premier League starts, United will be playing the Carabao Cup against City. 1 week before the game. So on the 10th, I think it's on the 10th of August, we'll be playing the Community Shield against Man City. So the first fixture, which will be the first fixture of the 2024-2025 calendar, on a Friday, the 16th of August 2024. That Friday will be between Manchester United and Fulham. If you can remember clearly, United were not able to get past Fulham this past season at home. I think we lost 3-1, if not 2-1. Very, very bad game. That game I remember. Not too much. The feelings coming from that game are not great, to be fair. But United play Fulham at Old Trafford in the first game, followed by hold on. They play Fulham, followed by Brighton away, then Liverpool at home. Liverpool will be the last game of August. And then we go 2 weeks later. I think we have a break, or maybe there's a cup game the other weekend. We're away to Southampton, away to Crystal Palace, host Tottenham at home, away to Villa, host Brentford, away to West Ham. That's still the 26th of October. So, clearly it's not an easy lineup for us. But we're there irregardless. So on to the news. INEOS has been actively pursuing signings early this transfer window in order to strengthen their squad for the upcoming season. Some potential topics and signings that we're going to talk about in discussion to what INEOS want to do at United. So key positions United will look to strengthen. I think will be central defense, midfield, attack, as well as the left back area, to be fair. we note. I think both wing back positions have an issue. In my opinion, the attack, we need a striker because this guy is gone. I think for both Sancho and Greenwood, they both have to be replaced because these were players who are in the team. I don't see us succeeding without those players being replaced. Just as we struggled this season with the likes of Fred, Sabitzer. A lot of midfielders left the team, and there wasn't really any backing as per se. So, in my opinion, I think, yeah, we we have to we have to get enough players as soon as possible. To be fair, um, so notable possible transfers. There are rumors linking INEOS to some high profile players and rising talents in world football. These signings could potentially these potential signings could significantly impact the team's performance and competitiveness. One of the signings, okay, let me just name some of the signings that we've been linked with. Number one is Kekesh from Bournemouth, Gerard Brathwaite from Everton, Todibo from Nice, Sofian Amrabat, who was our player on loan, Lenny Oro from Lille. We also have Morten Hulmand, Sporting midfielder, Michael Olise, Crystal Palace winger, Joshua Zexi. I think of late, Zexi has taken most of the news from us in regards to, it was Milan first and then United. There were a few murmurs of Arsenal linking Arsenal to a potential transfer, but I highly doubt that, to be fair. Those to me are good targets, to be honest, because United are very, very light in terms of good players. We don't have as many good players as we would want, to be fair. Going for these players is a good thing in my opinion. Youth development plans. It's another topic we have to consider because INEOS is approaching youth development because of how INEOS is approaching youth development and talent recruitment. Investing in young prospects and nurturing homegrown talents could be a key focus for the club this summer. Yeah, that's, as we know, Eric Ten Hag played a crucial role in the likes of Kobe Maino, Alejandro Garnacho, who are now constant players for their national teams. We have to give Eric credit for that. Apart from those two, we've seen the rise of guys like Ahmad really performing at high levels. Kwambala really not my type of player, but I have to be fair with him. He played well. So yeah, those are some but the players we have and we need to utilize. International competition impact. The impact of international competitions like the World Cup and continental tournaments on transfer decisions and player availability is also a key problem. Some signings might be influenced by player performances and on the global stage. That's true. That's why, and it's very hard for teams to make signings of players who are representing their countries because there's a lot that goes into signing a player agreements. I think in terms of the agreement, the player agent knows exactly what the player wants in the team. That's never a problem. If the club can agree with the agent in terms of what the player is demanding, then that's ticked off. But when right now the Euros are on, Copa America is on, so you don't expect a lot of players to be readily available to sign new contracts at the moment because they're busy with the national teams. Most of the players here were linked to Kekesh, Brathwaite. Brathwaite is one we're really following on, but isn't a significant or final one. Just watching the game now, Albania have scored against Croatia. It's 1-0. Yeah, so the impact, international competitions definitely have an impact on how players will sign, or on how players will join the club. But I hope that United can get, because there's players here we're linked to that aren't in competitions, like Olise, Lenny Yoro. I think Yoro is waiting for the Madrid competition, to be fair. So that's one to wait and see. Sofian Amrabat is not in competition. Todibo is not in competition. Jared Brathwaite was just dropped in the last minute. So yeah, fair to say that we can make a good number of signings before the Euros are even done. So yeah, let's look at some of the strategies that INEOS might be looking at in terms of how they approach the markets and potential transfers. Obviously, as many teams do, they look at a lot of data, so data analysis and player and performance analysis. INEOS might heavily rely on data analytics and performance analysis to identify players who fit their playing style and have the potential to make a significant impact on the team. Advanced metrics and scouting tools can help them assess players' strengths, weaknesses, and overall suitability. I think that's one thing the Glazers and our previous leadership group never really paid too much attention to. Is like the player profile, the stats leading up to signing the player. I mean, someone like Harry Maguire, us signing him for £80 million, someone like Anthony, us signing him for £75 million, and they clearly don't look like that type of profile of player. Anthony at most looks like a £20 million player. Maguire at most looks like a £30 million player. So I think now we have the proper guys, the proper football heads. We've been overpaying for players. I saw reports today saying that United will send in a final offer for Brathwaite and won't budge too much if Everton don't style up the play. If they don't accept the offer, they won't budge, and they'll move on to other targets, which I find pretty good. We never used to do that. I think we're always forced to overpay for certain players that really didn't match up to the money. So for me, it's a fair way to look at things. I think Berrada has been key to the way we approach the market this season. Ashworth as well. So yeah, INEOS has a well-established global scouting network that allows them to track talent from various leagues and competitions worldwide. Scouting teams may attend matches, tournaments. I think that's something that's been ongoing since they joined the club. INEOS is they have a club in France, Nice. So they definitely have scouts all over. We're linked to two of their players, Jonathan David and Todibo. Todibo is a central defender, and David is a striker. So it clearly shows, and I wouldn't mind them, but I wouldn't take Todibo as a first choice defensive player, in my opinion. I think he would be a good squad player. There's a couple of links of players leaving, but we'll get to that. I think also collaboration with agents and intermediaries. INEOS work closely with player agents and intermediaries, can provide early insight into player availability, contract situations, and potential transfer opportunities. Establishing strong relationships within the football. This is something they've been doing for years, so I don't see that as a problem. Performance analysis, we've talked about that. Strategic planning and prioritization. Yeah, definitely. I think this is what INEOS has really showed so far. INEOS has a clear transfer strategy and priority list of targets based on the team's long-term goals and tactical requirements. I think now the fact that we have Eric confirmed. I think he's gonna get a new contract soon enough. Won't be that long before he gets his new contract. I think it's a positive because it's not good when I don't see INEOS giving him a contract to then sack him a few months in. But performance will also be key by Eric. I think he's tactical. He has to be more tactically astute. The team has to be better tactically, more disciplined. I think he needs more tools as well in terms of players, better, because his system is very dynamic. So he needs a lot of dynamic players, which I don't think we have as many. So yeah, by combining all of those strategies and leveraging the resources effectively, INEOS aim to secure early signings that will enhance the quality and depth of the squad for the upcoming season. I expect us to be a very, very, what can I say, interesting but very competitive prospect next season. I don't expect us to have a season even close to what we had this past season. Be good now. We should be good now. Yeah, we should be good. I don't know what happened there, to be honest. Yeah. So, as I was saying, yeah, all these other fans talking about United finishing lower than where we were last season, I think is just hypocritical of them. Arsenal finished 8th 2 seasons in a row, and out of nowhere they finished 3rd. Was that a coincidence, or it was just the players they signed? I think that's the trajectory we're going as a team. I feel like we're progressing. As much as we took a few steps back, I feel like we're actually progressing more than certain teams in the division, to be honest. And yeah, so potential ins. I think INEOS, as they said, then they're not looking for too many experienced players. If there's one signing I really hope we make this season, which I highly doubt is going to happen, is the signing of João Neves, the young player from Portugal. I think he's a very good player, one for the future. Real Madrid bought Bellingham last season for 100 million. Arsenal bought Rice last season for 100 million. Benfica asking for 80 million for this young player. I think we should just pay it because it's gonna pay off. Chelsea paid 100 million for Caicedo, 100 million for Enzo. So I don't see it as a loss. I think it's a good investment to make, in my opinion. We have to make some tough decisions, to be honest. So I hope we sign some young players. Outgoings this season, I see Sancho, Greenwood, Wan-Bissaka, Pelistri, Victor Lindelof is being linked with what's this team? Fenerbahce. I think Mourinho wants him at Fenerbahce, which is not a bad thing for him. We still have Van de Beek. I think he has to leave. Yeah, so a couple of players also. There's Greenwood. A couple of players have to leave. I don't know about the loan moves. We've also Amari Forson has left the club. He's joined Monza. I think he was looking for more first-team football. He didn't really take his chances at United, so I don't really feel bad for him, to be fair. On to the biggest news of the day is obviously about Joshua Zirkzee. Zirkzee has been linked with United. I've watched a bit. I've seen the profile of player he is, and he's very exciting, to be honest. He reminds me of Eric, not of Eric, of of this guy, Anthony Martial. Very, 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 very dynamic player. His stats from last season in the league, in the Serie A, were goals scored from open play. He was 9. He had 9 goals, ranked 9th. Chances created from open play, 43 chances. He was 8th. Big chances created, 11. He was 5th. Successful dribbles, 52. He was 6th. And possession won in final third, 30, 2nd. He's definitely a player at 23. This is a piece by Adam Bate from Sky Sports. He's saying, at 23, Xerxes has enjoyed a breakthrough season with Bologna, helping the Italian club qualify for Europe's elite competition for the first time in 60 years. He has been rewarded with a late call-up to Ronald Koeman's Netherlands squad for Euro 2024. The numbers are impressive. Xerxes ranked among the top 10 players in Serie A this past season for goals from open play, chances created from open play, and successful dribbles. It is just a hint that the all-round threat he poses to opposition defenses. But this is about more than those numbers. This is about potential too, and a player whose profile is difficult to replicate in the market. He has taken a big step forward recently, but has long been identified as someone capable of things others cannot do. Xerxes moved to Bayern age 16, scoring a friendly fixture against PSG at 17. He scored 4 Bundesliga goals, but found it challenging to force his way in as a teenager. It was a step up for him physically, but also psychologically. He went at a very young age, and that can sometimes be a problem for players. Willem Wojcik tells Sky Sports they believe that it is not only about skills and scoring goals and playing nice football, but professional football demands other things. Yeah, clearly a player United have been linked to. David Ornstein confirmed that we're in advanced talks with his camp. So that's good first and foremost, because I think Xerxes, I watched a bit of his play, and he reminds me a lot about Anthony Martial. Very clean touch, smooth, likes to dribble, gets past players, very good in link-up play. I think that's the attacker we missed last season, because Højlund is not quite such a link-up player. He's more like Højlund. He's more like Haaland in terms of he's just there. He's a deadly finisher. He finishes every small chance he gets. So I think Xerxes is a good choice for United to explore. I actually hope we actually do sign him, because we're very, very light in that area. In other transfer news, we have as to Everton Villa midfielder. Everton Ergobo Bunam, 20. Yeah, he's a young player. Burnley refused cutout price for Vergost. Guys have refused to sell Vergost. Vergost is still a Burnley player. I can't even believe. Liverpool have named Keller's price as 25 million. Pretty much fair. Dortmund are eyeing Pascal Gross from Brighton. Liverpool want to sign a 16-year-old Alvin Ayman from Wolves. I don't understand why, man. Slot. I don't know what Slot is doing. Hummels is considering a move to La Liga to Mallorca. Tottenham have hijacked Aston Villa's move for Weston McKennie, so he might be joining Tottenham. I don't understand why Tottenham would go for this profile of player. Doesn't ring Premier League to me, because he didn't do it with the previous team he was in. It's a weird one for me, but yeah, that's Tottenham for you. Euro still waiting on Madrid to come through, but United and Liverpool are understood to be actively pursuing the French teenager who was named in Thierry Henry's Olympic squad only to be withdrawn from the group. So that shows what a high-profile player he is. Leicester in talks with Cooper, former Steve Cooper, former Nottingham coach. I think also I saw that Potter is in the race for that job. Newcastle eyeing Icelandic star John Dagger Thorsteinsson. Yeah, he's a striker. Weird one. Yeah, this was a story about Lindelof. Jose Mourinho is eyeing a move for Manchester United star Lindelof, and it is a deal Eric could be open to. I think it's time for Lindelof to leave, in all honesty. He's been at United for so long. Never stepped up as we thought he would, to be fair. City apparently want no signings. There are doubts over the future of stars like De Bruyne, Ederson, Bernardo Silva, but City are keen to head into the new season with the same squad that won the league last season. They're saying that Arteta is tipped to replace Pep. That's what I've been saying. I think Arteta will replace Pep this coming next season, end of next season, to be honest. Chelsea reject Gallagher bid. Atletico Madrid have sent an offer near the region of about 50 million. Chelsea have refused. Man United warning. This was what I was reading about Omar. Omar Barada has warned that overpaying in the transfer market is unsustainable ahead of taking up his new role as Manchester United CEO. It emerged back in January that the Red Devils had poached Barada from Man City in the first major move. Made by Sir Jim Ratcliffe, the Moroccan, a highly respected operator with significant experience, is currently on gardening leave but will start work at Old Trafford officially next month. Berardo will form an integral part of United's hierarchy and joins during the middle of the summer transfer window with plenty of incomings and outgoings expected. United have been accused of overpaying for players in the past, and Berardo stressed that adopting such a tactic is unwise. During the EU Business School's commencement ceremony in Barcelona last week, according to a fellow attendee, Marco Guerrero wrote on LinkedIn, "It was a pleasure to meet Manchester United's appointed new CEO, Omar Berrada, at the sidelines at EU Business School commencement ceremony. Berrada arrives to United after being Chief Football Operations Officer at Manchester City Football Club. For him, implementing the correct structure at the club is key to the team's success. He also warns overpaying clubs, players, and agents in the transfer market can lead to teams finding themselves in slippery. 100% I agree." Anyway, that was all. I didn't have much to say today. It was just about the transfer. Segment of United. Updates here and there. But yeah, see you in about 3 hours for the kickoff game between Germany and Hungary. Adios.